Hi, welcome back. So let me start with the first demo. So let's go to the use case 1. So we are going to provision, all right, we're going to go through all the steps, creating the SSH key pair, creating the VCN and all that, right? So I'm just going to show you quickly how this is done. Then after that, we're going to go through the configuration steps. So first step, again, I got all these steps also documented in a spreadsheet. So the first step is creating SSH keys. What is the command? This is the command actually. And this is the location where you want the keys to be saved, right? So whatever you see the yellow fields, right? So I got some instructions here. Just see yellow fields are where you actually input the values. So you input the parameters, right? Based on that, the commands will be generated. So for example, if this is the directory where you want to have the SSH keys, you enter that and the key name, and then it's going to append this with .pub, that's for the public key. So for example, here, let's say, I'm not going to just do this, temp, just for fun. Let's see, test1.key, all right? So what happens is, this is where you want to create the key. So you see this command is generated based on this input. So I will take this and see what happens. Go to the window and paste this. You run it. So the key is generated for you. So if you want to go and check it out, so here you go and just say temp. See this one? So that this key is generated just now, and this is the public key. So that's the idea. So I'm just going to undo that, and I'm going to be using the keys that I already generated. Okay. So the second thing is creating the VCN, right? So after you log into the cloud, go to the networking and VCN, and the easiest way is create a VCN and use the VCN wizard. And this is the fastest way. So you just pick this and say, start the VCN, and it will ask you for some input, what is the VCN name, compartment and all that, and just say next. Within seconds, it's going to create the VCN. So that already done that. And then the next step is creating the source database. So what you do is, again, in marketplace, so go to the OCI, go to the marketplace, see all applications, and you search for this one. Search for Oracle database, right? Search for Oracle database, yep. So go here, say Oracle database. So if you search this, see this one you get here, and then you just say launch, all right? And then you can pick whatever version you want. So here you see 12C R2 for Oracle Linux, right? So you pick that, and then I review this. So and then you say to launch. Then it will ask you for the shape of which availability domain, and you want to change the shape, Intel shape. You want to change the operating system if you like. You can do that also. It doesn't give you the option for changing the operating system. So yeah, so you use that, and then cancel it out, right? So I already done that. So I've already done that. While you're doing this, actually, you can see it will ask you for the VCN name, right? And then you select the VCN. So I already have the VCN here, right? that. Then you provide the, where do you want to do this, right? So you say, I want to create the private subnet, and then you assign the, sorry, it's going to assign a private IP. Then you see the, for the SSH keys, you want to upload. So what you do is you go to those SSH keys and essentially you just drop it here. That's what you do. I've already done this. I'm not going to do that. So the same. All right, so go to the next one, and then you don't need to attach any volume because it's just going to use the marketplace image. So you don't need to do that. So next, and then you say create. I've already done that, so I'm going to cancel it out. So if you see my compute instances, so that is this is the VM I created. Oracle, I gave this name, RCL NONCDB. That was the VM name, and it's already running, and this is a private IP address, all right? Because this is running in the private IP. So that is creating the source database. Then you create the target autonomous database. So that is even simpler. Go to Oracle database, autonomous database, and then you give a name, all right? Actually, autonomous database. So this one is the one that we'll be using. So you say start, and then stop. So that will be, to create it, it's very easy, right? So just say create, whatever name you want to give, you can give that. And what version you want. I picked 26 AI, and how much storage you want. Actually, whether you want data warehousing or the lake house, we call it now, or transaction processing. I picked transaction processing, and I provided the storage capacity and all that. And I provided the password. So that's how I created this autonomous database. Now, before you go further, you need to see, as we created the VCN, right? So see, when we created the VCN, make sure that you note down the tenancy ID, your domain, your username, password, because these will be used later. And you just keep it, this one, don't change this, because this is going to be used as a parameter in subsequent tabs. And this is the region, because that's my information. So I got here, if you go here, if I click on my profile, you get my right here, OSID. So this is the OSID of the user. And if you want to know the tenancy, this is the tenancy OSID, right? So this is the tenancy OSID, copy and paste it. So that's what I've already done before this. So I got all this information, and you do the same thing. Because if you want to test it out, you need to enter your own information, all right? And this is the private subnet for the subnet that you created, and this is the public subnet side of block. Same thing for the source database. What is the DB system name or CL, right? That's what you have to enter when you're creating the actual database. Using the marketplace image, this is a version that you picked. This is your compartment. You're not entering. If it is not yellow, you're not entering anything. Actually, this is copied from the previous tabs. You see this one? That's what I'm doing here. So only yellow background fields you need to update. This is the availability domain, because that's where we created this thing. And this is the enterprise edition, high performance edition. And initiate with 1 or 2, whatever is the number, you just enter that. And this is the file name, right? See, again, I'm copying it from one of the previous tabs. So you're not entering anything here. This is copied from the previous slide. This is, you're using the BYOL license, or in your case, if you have to use license included, you can use license included. But in my case, for my demo, I'm just using BYOL. This is VCN1 name. This is private subnet where we created, this is the IP address. So once the database is created, you make sure to copy that database. Let me show you here again. So see this one, this is the database, this is the IP. You copy this and bring it here and right click and paste it here as text. That's very important. Don't say Control V, you use right click and paste it as text. Okay. So that's what you do. This is the name of the host. This is what you entered when you actually created the database using the marketplace image. There's a place where you're supposed to enter the host prefix. And this is the source fully qualified name, FDQN, what we call. And this one, don't change it. This is going to be used as a parameter down the road, and then this is the name of the database, and this is the unique name suffix. That's what you entered when you are actually creating the database. So when you go here, see this one. So this is where you are actually, your database is running inside this. All right. What else? So then the next one is autonomous database. You give the name for the display name, the database name, and what compartment, the workload type. So you update all these things, and because some of them you'll be using later. CPUs, storage, and this is the admin username. You don't need to do anything. Here is the password. Whatever password you entered here, because we will be using this later. And you just say you want to access from everywhere, and this is the OSID for that particular database. You need to note down this because we are going to be using it later. And Golden Gate admin password. This is going to be the password because actually this is going to be same as this. So you, when you're creating the autonomous database, it also creates a user called ggAdmin. And the password of that is going to be same as whatever password you entered here. But anyway, so you enter it here, which is basically copy and paste here. Actually, you see, I already did that. Then the next one is create a VM for the ZDM. So you go here, it's very simple. Go, that is where we are going to be loading the ZDM software. Go to instances and you create a VM. So it's going to, you enter the name, you enter the name here, compartment, what available to domain, you change the shape, change the image actually. It comes with the Linux 9, but ZDM is supported on 7 and 8, not 9. So just change this to Linux 8. I think that's what I did. It's very important you use the this one, Linux, not bare metal this thing, but you just use this one. All right, this was shielded instance configuration computing. All right, so that's what you do. So you go through the different tabs, you enter the information, and then after that, what you do is actually click on this is already created. It assigned a public IP operating system, right? It's Oracle Linux. And this is the Oracle Linux 8, 8.10. This is the version. So this is what actually it shows you. But what you have to do is you need to capture some important information. So the version number, just for your information, what is the version, what is the shape that you used, and how many cores, what the VCN, and what subnet you used for the VM. And this is the public key file. This is what we are going to be using. So you just, because one of the inputs you need to provide while creating a VM is this one. And what is the volume size? Actually, you need to make sure that you are using about 100 gigabytes because the ZDM needs additional storage. When you create a VM, you just get only 50 gigabytes, but you need more than that. So you make it 100. And after the VM is created, you see this is the public IP, this is the private IP, and this is the FDQN. So that's what you need to copy. Go here and see this is the public IP, right? This is the public IP, this is the private IP. So you copy and paste, and this is the fully qualified name. So that is this one. See that? This is the FDQ, and just copy and paste it here because we'll be using it later. All right. So that's how you create the ZDM. Then the next one is Golden Gate. So you go to the again marketplace image and you search for this particular image. So let me quickly show you. I'll go here, marketplace image. Marketplace image. So all applications, and you search for this name, right? Search that, and see, this is the one. You just pick that, and you just say launch, and you go through the wizard, and after you create, make sure that you create in the public subnet. That's a requirement, actually. So somewhere you will be asked. So here it's this. Then the next one. So you say next. Then see, this is the host DNS name. Just keep it default. That's what I did. And you say create new network. No, you can choose an existing network and choose a compartment. So I got this compartment, and there's a VCN already. And then I choose the subnet in this compartment. And the subnet is going to be the public subnet. Make sure that you pick the public subnet because you'll be connecting to the Golden Gate. And available to domain option, you can pick whatever is, and you can use the shape, whatever is giving you in this list. And then you don't need to change the name, just use that. And we are going to be using for the autonomous database. So pick whatever autonomous database you have. Here, in the compartment, so I have a compartment. So that is my autonomous database. You pick that, and then you enter for the accessing this VM, you need to enter the public key. So you have that key, right? Whatever that key that you generated, open with Notepad. Just copy this and paste it. That's all you need to do. So that's what you do. Here, I already have that, by the way. So I'm not going to, so you say next, then you say create. As simple as that. Then after that, it's going to take a few minutes, maybe a minute or two, and you're set, all right? And your VM is going to be ready. So compute, instances, and this is the Golden Gate VM that will be ready. So this is your public IP, this is a private IP. Just make a note of that here, all right? So this is the public IP, the private IP, FDQN. This is your Golden Gate username by default, and this is the password that you entered, all right? So you're going to be using, actually, this is the password that you'll be using for accessing the Golden Gate instance. So that's one. Then seventh step is use SSH, open SSH terminals. So there is a Git bash, right? So there is a Git bash software. So click on that, then it creates this kind of terminal. but I already created windows, a bunch of terminal windows. So that is one, there is two, this is three, and this is going to be fourth. All right. So then you have, okay, now what you do is we opened four windows. So what? So let me just clear this. First thing is you need to log into the ZDM. So the window one is dedicated for the ZDM. So copy this. This is already created for you. This command, right, with all the public IP and the tunnels and all that, this command is generated for you. Now, if you want to repeat these demos later for different sources, targets, you may have this, because you'll be using something called local host. So as you change the source and the target, the local host IP is going to be different. So it's going to give you this warning. So what you do is you update your this one. So your etc host file on your local machine. So you can just copy and paste this. So all the local host definitions will be deleted. All right. So now you start with a clean slate here. So this is going to be the window one. All right. So that is connected to the ZDM. Then the second one is connected to, it's going to be connected to the Oracle source database server. So that is this one. So okay. So this one is see, go here, this is window two. So see, this is connected to the that 12C R2 database. All right. And if you see, yes, mine. So that database is already up and running actually, because this is created by the marketplace image. It actually, when you start the VM, actually, there is a startup script. It starts with the database. All right. Then the third window is this one. So go here. This is to the Golden Gate hub. Okay. So that is this one here. So that is what this one is. All right. And now you update all the for this ZDM to talk to these VMs, you need to have the etc host updated. So by the way, you don't need to do anything here. See this one? You need to run these commands. So for example, what this does is actually you need to run this on the database host, source database host, ZDM, and Golden Gate VMs. So 3 VMs you need to run, right? So this one, first command, if there was already an entry in the past, you don't want to have that, maybe it had a wrong IP address or whatever. If you're repeating, it's possible you may have a different IP address. So what you do is you just copy this 3 commands and you run it in all these right windows. Let's paste it here and here. Now, if you are using DNS and all, this may not be required, but regardless, if you have it, then the ZDM will be able to communicate with all these sources, the targets, the Golden Gate, and so on. So if you see that it's your host file, so you will see them, right? This is what you would see. This, right? Same here also. So this one is not updated. Why? So I didn't run this. Let's see this. It's interesting. So I did not run this command. So I need to run this. Control C. Is it here? So now, I ran that, but actually I need to run this. my mistake. So I need to run this. So go back here. Paste it here. So let's see. Sorry, this one, the second block runs, updates the etc file. So cat etc. So that's what you see here. You can see 10.0.1.193. That's what you see. This is from my previous demo. So you can ignore that. All right. This is for the second demo, actually. So you just ignore that. So this is what is more important for us now. All right. So do the same thing. Go to the second window. Sit here. And it's bad. It's fine. So you can see these same, those three entries are here too. The third one is same here. So let's paste here. Okay. Just make sure that you copy and paste it here. So just make sure that these entries are there in all the hosts, the ZDM, the source database, and the target database. All right. So that's how. So first you run this on all the nodes. In fact, you can copy all of them at a time and run them also. There's no harm in doing that. But make sure by catting the etc host file, you have all those entries. All right. So that's the 8th step. 9th step is prepare the source database. So in the source database, what you need to do is you got the this is the Golden Gate password and the demo schema. I'm going to create a demo schema called Scott with the password welcome. That schema is going to be replicated to the autonomous database. So that's what you have here. And the rest of the things, what is the destination port number 1521? And so the first thing is here, this is the code block, right? So here, you need to make sure that you unlock your, so you see it says go to window 2. Window 2 is where you're running your 12CR2 database. So take this and paste it here. Okay. Think I did this. Update, prepare the source. I think there is one line missing here. So let me pause the recording for a second. Oh, hi, by mistake, I deleted this line. So what you do is, sorry, here, this line I deleted this. This one is, from a different file. So let me copy this here. That is the line that was missing. So see this. So this was the one that was missing. Basically, what we are saying is this execute this code block as this user Oracle. That's what it is. So copy this, go to the second window, cancel this out. So you just need to copy and paste. That's all you need to do. All right. So that basically what it is doing is unlocking the users. The next thing that we are going to do is you just want to see what is the global name, things like that, right? So just copy this. So that is a global name or CL. And then the next thing is here, uh, here we are going to be running, we are going to be setting the database. Actually, we are unlocking the user. We already done that, but oh yeah, we already did that. So probably this is unnecessary here, but yeah. So then what you do is you set some of the parameter value like stream size, so on. So copy this, and you also make sure the database is running in the archive log mode. That's very important for zero downtime migration. So I copy this whole thing, and also here we are creating user Scott with some password, and then we are logging in as Scott, and then we are creating a bunch of tables. So it's a long script, but so let's copy until here and just paste it here. All right. So just paste it here. So what it's doing is actually it set those parameters, and it's going to convert the database to archival log mode, and then it's going to restart. I already done that, but just for repeatability, I'm doing it again. All right. After this, it's going to create a user called Scott. It's going to load the table, sample table, and then it's going to see this is going to run this select star from a department and employee table. So yeah, the database already forced log. So user dropped. All right. Sorry, this is so the user the select star from employee table is done. So that is now we need to make sure that the port 1521 is open. Now, if this database was running in Linux 8 or 9, actually in OCI, the ports are open, but if it is Linux 7, that port is not locked. So what you do is you open it here, paste it here, and then just make sure that this is really open. So this just confirms that the port is open. So this is the output you should see. And the next one is create. This one is go to window 3 and you copy, right? So that is here. This is window 3. Here, what you do is this is the public IP of this Golden Gate. And if you cat this file by default, so when you start, go here, say this is it writes the password here. This is the default Golden Gate password. Right? This is the default. You want to change it, right? So what you do is just make a note of that and put it here, just because we will need this when we want to change that. Okay, so do that. And what is the CIDR block for the Golden Gate? All right. This is the ingress rule for the public subnet. So you do that. And you also open port 443 on the public subnet. So what that means is actually, let me just go here, networking VCN. Let me just show you what I've done. VCN, subnets. This is the public subnet. And security. And so, and the rules are this. This is what I was referring to. So you need to open this port 443 for accessing the Golden Gate, right, over HTTPS. So that's what that means. Okay, so let me go back to this. Then what you do is go to the browser and so you go to this one, log into. So this is OGG admin, and the password is here. The password is this one. You need to enter this password, right? After that, you're going to change this to this. But what I did is actually I already did this. So I need to just enter that. Now, the next thing that you do is go to administrative service. So go to administrative service. Sorry, here go back. So user administrator, edit pencil. See this user administrator, go to this, and you here you change the actual this password. You enter this password. So basically that's what you're supposed to do. I've already done that. Okay, so it doesn't matter, it's going to be the same password. And then you enter this again. Again, password. And the next step that you do is this one. Go to Marketplace Administration Service. So Marketplace Administration Service, and it's going to ask you for the password, OGG admin, and you enter the this password, the default password that we saw here, and then change that to this one. Okay. So, but I already done that. But anyway, just let me show you that. Here. So after that, you go to, look at this, right? Go to user administration service. So that's what you do. Go to user administration service and you change the password. So that password would be this new password. So first time when you do that, you will be entering these passwords, but you need to change that to this one. All right. Because that's what we'll be using when we are actually running the ZDM. All right, then after that, what you do is, if you see, is the Golden Gate service running? Let's check that. Let's check this. So Golden Gate is already running. If it's not running for any reason, you run with this and optionally check the connectivity to the source. I mean, again, if you want to see whether it can connect to the source database, go here, just see, you can connect it. So that's very important because Golden Gate should be able to talk to the source database. And the next one is install ZDM. So ZDM installation is a bunch of steps. So here you run, you need to increase the boot volume size to this. So you just run this command. Then you run, you need to install prerequisite libraries. You do all that. And then what you do is you go, you create a couple of users, ZDM user. That's what you do. User add, just one user actually. And you create their password, home directories, and so on. All right. And after that, you need to download the ZDM software from this particular directory, from this particular location. All right. Sorry, this one. You go to this place, download it, and you store wherever you like. You know, in my case, I saved it in the temp directory. Then after that, what you do is go to Windows 4. The Windows 4 is here, actually. So let me go here. So what you do is here, you just copy the software. So if your ZDM software is this, what you do is you just take this command, copy this, and paste it here. So when you do that, what it does is actually it copies the software from your local PC to the ZDM host. That's what it is doing. And then to install it, you just run this command. That's all. It's very simple. So just run this, and it's going to install the software. I'm not going to do that. It's fairly easy. If you have any issues, let me know. But this should work just like that. And after that, what you do is prepare the ZDM, the step number 12. So step number 12 is pretty comprehensive too here. So what you do is go to window 1, right? This is your ZDM window. And so what you do is you go to the OCI directory and then you create this. Now, what we are doing is by this, we are now establishing the connection, the OCI command line connectivity to OCI from ZDM. It should be able to talk to the OCI using the OCI CLI. So that's what this one is. Now, I have already done that. So you can see this. Is it here? Sorry, that is this one. CD OCI. And so when you run this command for the first time, right, it's going to actually, it's going to output this. So what you do is you copy this whole thing from here. I'm sorry. This one, and just paste it here. All right. You just right click and just say paste. You need to right click. Don't say Control V. This is going to copy some special characters. So that is this step. You copy this, then you go to the OCI. So here, you go here. Not this actually, OCI. Then you click on the user, and there is a tokens here, right? Tokens and keys. So what you do is you say add API key, and then you choose the public key file, right? Public key file. Sorry, now paste the public key. So you use this public key, paste the public key. So what you do is you copy this, right? Just copy this and you go here and paste it here. That's all you do. All right, just then add this public key. Oh, okay, so this is already there. So that's why it's complaining. But when it is added, then what it's going to do is it's going to give you, it's going to generate this. So when you do all that and say save, it's going to generate something like this on the screen. You just copy that, and again, here you paste it. Just say paste as values. Okay, just make sure you're not doing Control V. So just copy and copy from the browser and just do this. Okay, so this is what do. Then after that, go to window 1 from here. Then you run this. So what it is doing is it is configuring the required files, right? The OCI CLI. So these are all generated, by the way. So you just copy this and run it here. That's all you need to do. You can see what we are saying is run this code block as ZDM user, and it's going to create a file called config. That's what it is doing. So first it's going to create a config file, and then it's going to append this line. See this? It's very easy. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. So basically you copy from here all the way here, and then you run it in that window. And the next thing is establish connectivity between OPC user. So previously it was ZDM user. Now you need to establish the connectivity between the OPC user and the OCI. So what you do is just copy this and up to here, and paste it. That's in this window. And the final step, actually, this one, if everything worked fine, it should work like this. You should get this output, all the regions. That means basically this is the OCI CLI, right? So if this command is not working, that means you are not able to establish the connectivity. Then the next thing you need to do is ZDM user and the OPC. So configure SSH access from the ZDM user to the, so on the same mission, right? You got the ZDM user and also the OPC user. OPC user has got the SU capability, right? So that's, so what you do is this user, the ZDM user should be able to run certain commands. So that's why you need to do this. So basically what you do is you copy this and paste it here. That's all you need to do. And when you do that, it's going to output this public key. And again, you copy and paste it here. So that's what this one is. So for example, if you do this, paste it here. So that's what I did. So basically copy this and paste it here. Just Control V and paste it here. Okay. Then after that, you update the authorized keys file, right? So just if there was already something previously, so that's what this command does. It deletes. So you copy this whole thing and paste it here. All right. Then after that, you go to Windows 2, window 2, that is this one, the database server, and you need to have the SSH connectivity from the ZDM host to the source database. It should be able to run commands on the source database. So that's why you need to have the SSH connectivity. And that's what we are doing here. All right. So this one, you just copy this. Again, the first command, what it's doing is if it was already there, it's going to remove it. So just copy this and paste it in this window. So I've already done this. So if you paste it here, you should see that one, right? Already there. So that is already appended. So that's all source database. The 13th step is this. So 13th step is configure the object storage. So you need to create a token. So go to the cloud and then you enter this, right? You already have here keys, tokens and keys, and you add a token. So generate a token and you give whatever name you want, ZDM testing, and then generate the token. Now, this is the token it created. You can copy that and you just paste it here. That's what this one is. All right. And then the next thing that you do is, you go to prepare the target ATP, right? Go to the target database, go to the target autonomous database. And so here is the autonomous database. Go to the SQL interface. And so what we are doing is we're basically unlocking the Golden Gate user. I mean, we're changing the password and unlocking it, and also dropping the Scott user if it's already there, right? So go here, paste it. And it's very simple. Just run the script. Let's see what happens. So first command failed because the password is the same password I already have, but the rest of the things it worked. So the Scott user was already there because I'm repeating this demo. So that's why I'm dropping. You cannot be having a schema that you're replicating from the source to the target. So that's why you need to clean it up. Then the next step is Next step is, 15th step is you are creating the parameter file. So all these things are automatically generated for you. So this is the parameter file. And what you're saying is here you enter the directory where you want this parameter file to be stored. And this is the parameter file name. All right. So this is the command that you execute as ZDM user. So you copy all these things. These are all, by the way, generated for you. All these are required. So just copy this. And all right. And you go to the first window. That's what this is, right? Go to window 1. So you do this and you paste it here. All right. So that's the parameter file that is generated. And this is the last command in this is catting that file. So just cat file. Then the next thing that you do is you run it, right? So now make sure your ZDM is running. So is this running? So just paste it here. So it just started the ZDM. All right. And then, all right, so this tells you the ZDM is running. So this is one place where you say you want to log in as ZDM user. And then you run this command. This one, this is just a dry run. You're not actually executing the migration. So just copy this and paste it here. This is all generated for you. All right, so the password, it's asking for the system, for the source database. So just copy and paste it here. For the other things also, all the passwords it's asking. Okay, so that is job ID number 72. So what you do is take that and you paste it here. So if you want to know what is the status of the job, this is a command. Again, this is generated for you. Just copy and paste it here. All right. So it says, its target is validated, and see this, the next step and so on. So you can fast forward actually. Let me just pause for a second. All right, so now you can see it finished a bunch of steps, and the last one is going on, just estimating the size of the source database. So let's see. Seconds. Completed. So that step is completed. So the dry run is completed. Now do the actual migration. So what you do is you're in the same window. So you're already in the window. So you copy this and paste it here. All right. You're in this window. So now it's asking again for the password. So enter the password. So now the job is, my name is 33. Just enter it here. Now this command is generated for you. Go here. So now you can see a lot more steps. So it's going to take a while, right? It's going to take about 15, 20 minutes, I think. So I'm not going to keep you waiting. What I would do is you can try it out. Right? So it just goes through all the steps. And finally, you will see this screen. This is what all the steps should be completed. And after that, you can go to the target database here, and you can say, as admin user, right? You can say select start from Scott.emp, for example, right? If you run it now, it will say no data found, obviously, because right? Because that schema is not replicated. But if you run it after this is completed, you should see the data. All right, trust me, it just works. And you try it out. And if you have any questions, just let me know. But I'm going to stop recording. And one last time, let's see how many steps it completed. Then I'll close the thing. So it already completed a bunch of steps. Data pump estimating, it's preparing Golden Gate. It's going to talk to, the ZDM is going to talk to the Golden Gate using HTTPS interface actually. So it's going to create the source, target, all that through HTTP interface. So let's see. It's configuring that. Golden Gate extract. All right. Let's see. Started Golden Gate extract is started. And then the source database is going to be exported. All right. You know what? I'm going to just pause and then I'm going to restart. Okay. I want to make sure that everything. All right. Let me just check what is the status. So it completed many other steps, export, import, replicate, start, and all that. So now if you see here, this should work. See, now the data has come. Now just let's do something interesting. So imagine you go to the Siemens Oracle, SQL plus, Scott slash so now select and number salary from M, right? So update and set salary equals salary star 0.2. Imagine some 20% raise. Now okay, let's see. So now the salary has gone from 800 to 960 based on the 20% raise. Let's see it got replicated or not. Yeah, see that? It got replicated here. So that's what happens. So if we do one more 20%, and let's see what happens here. So now it becomes 1152. Here, see whether 960 becomes 1152, we'll see. 1152, you see? So for some time, your application is still up and running on the source side, and there is a stage where actually it stops the source data, the replication, everything. So, all right, so let's see where it is. Okay. Should take this long for giving the job status, but let's. Okay. Oh, sorry. So it came back. So it's now switchover thing is happening. So I mean, after that, it's all clean up and so on, right? But you saw what happened. So with that, what I would do is I'm going to stop the recording, and then we will. I will record another one. That is the last one, which is going to be migrating a single instance database to a two-node rack. That's what I will do. That is going to be my third and last video on this.